Video game movies are almost always horrible adaptations of amazing source material, but can that finally change with 2022's Uncharted? Hey Nerdgenic Nation, I'm Aaron Waller, and today I want to talk about one of my all-time favorite video game franchises, Uncharted, and how it coming to the big screen is the best chance for a video game movie to be good. Now, if you're familiar, translating anime or video games to live-action film is extremely difficult. You have to have fans of the video game franchise come in and like it, as well as bring in new audiences who may be unfamiliar with the source material. And this has failed almost since the beginning, with everything from Super Mario Bros., Street Fighter, Double Dragon, Silent Hill, Tomb Raider, Doom, Hitman, Warcraft, Max Payne, Assassin's Creed, Rampage, Resident Evil, Prince of Persia, Need for Speed, Sonic the Hedgehog, and so many more. Now, not all of these movies are terrible. In fact, I'm actually quite a huge fan of a couple of them, even despite their ridiculousness. But now in 2022, the live-action Uncharted movie, which will tell the story of a young Nathan Drake as a prequel to the games, showing us details of how he came to be where he is when we find him, as well as how he met Sully, will feature Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg as Drake and Sully respectively. And I understand that the stars may not be the exact translation of the characters that we've gotten to know since the first Uncharted game in 2007, and on top of that, a movie releasing in the first few months of the year is typically a death wish, but I have hope. Uncharted is one of the most cinematic video games right out of the gate. Besides the cutscenes and story elements of the game, it feels like you're actually in a movie, and that's why I think this movie will probably be one of the easiest to translate into live action. To me, Nathan Fillion would be a lot better fit for a Nathan Drake, but he is a little bit too old for the movie franchise if they are looking to make sequels, which I'm sure they will. And funny enough, Nathan Fillion did actually play Nathan Drake in an Uncharted live-action fan film, which is absolutely amazing and very much like the video game, so if they can get anywhere close to that, this movie will be a success. But of course they have to include some of the biggest moments and scenes from other games, like with the falling out of the plane that we see in the trailer being ripped straight out of Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. So based on that, I am a bit concerned that they might just be showing a bit too much of their cards a little too early and not really building the franchise properly, but rather going for the what sells more tickets approach by having a mishmash of the game series' greatest moments and just putting them on screen. And to be honest, that's typically the mistake that all of these video game movie franchises make, and they tend to fail. Sure, it might be nice to see our favorite characters on the big screen doing what we know them to do best, but what's the point of seeing a movie if all of the scenes you already know and love played by someone else? I want to see a different approach to some of these characters and give me a little bit more character development, growth, how these characters came to be where they are, other side missions that may have happened in between the games and things like that. And with Uncharted taking a slightly different approach with the younger Nathan Drake, this may just do the trick. And Tom Holland tends to be on a bit of a hot streak with the majority of his movies being hits. Honestly, all that I can do is hope that Uncharted marginally lives up to the video games, and even if not a lot of people will have hope for it because of its release window, or they just aren't seeing the potential, I'll still tend to hold out just that sliver of hope that it will be good. I mean, it worked for Sonic, and I love that movie and I can't wait to see the sequel, so why can't it happen for Uncharted? But now I want to hear from you in the Nerdgenic community. Do you think that Uncharted has a good shot of being a good video game movie? Is there any franchise that you can think of that can potentially make this nearly impossible feat? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos, and also give us a like and follow on Facebook so you don't miss out on any awesome news, announcements, or articles on nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more video content from us, check out these videos on screen, like this one right over here where I talk about the possible end of the DCEU, or at least the Snyderverse within the DCEU, or check out this playlist of my weekly History of series where I give the comic book history of various heroes and villains. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, we really do appreciate it, we hope to see you in the next video.